The turn of the century will forever be a revolutionary point in the history of media. One of the biggest trends it had spawned was the unknown potential of Y2K, as many stories delved into cautionary tales of our ever-growing dependency on technology, or the internet rather, as well as how it can be used as a vessel for the human condition. Movies like The Matrix and The Ring are highly noteworthy for how their subtext ties into these ideas or their respective aesthetics. Kiyoshi Kurosawa is a man I've briefly mentioned in my video about Ju-on. However, it must be known that Kurosawa, like but isn't to be confused with Akira Kurosawa, is truly one of the best filmmakers Japan has to offer. Two of his biggest influences were Alfred Hitchcock and Yasujiro Ozu, whose styles can be seen in echoes throughout his work, like his highly acclaimed neo-noir masterpiece Cure. Kurosawa injects surreal concepts into everyday life, as if they have been with us this whole time, such is the case with his 2001 horror venture, Pulse. We've seen haunted houses, videotapes, and so on, but Pulse deals with ghosts that come to the living world through the internet. Man, where's Gridman when you need him? We have Michi, played by Kumiko Aso, who works at a plant shop when her friends discover that one of their guys named Taguchi, played by Kenji Mizuhashi, has been missing. She goes to his apartment to check on Taguchi, who's in some strange sort of trance, and it isn't long before he takes his own life, with his body decaying almost instantly. Meanwhile, there's Ryosuke, played by Haruhiko Kato, whose computer starts to show him a series of unsettling, sometimes disturbing videos after installing a new program called Uranus, which he uses to browse the internet. A subversion of expectations, as it's usually the other way around. Ryosuke and Michi start to suspect that there is some weird supernatural phenomenon that pertains to these matters, and seek to get to the bottom of it as people, including close friends and loved ones, begin to disappear one by one. Earlier I mentioned how Kiyoshi Kurosawa likes to blur the line between surrealism and the mundane. Whenever a ghost or anything mysterious isn't on screen, the way the movie is shot gives this sense that something is just off. While we barely see the ghosts from time to time in this picture, they have such a strong presence throughout given how much influence they have over the story. So even when you don't see them, you can still feel them. Junichiro Hayashi, who also shot The Ring and Dark Water, understood this concept with such brilliance, as it's crucial to building that unnerving atmosphere that comes with a horror film like this. However, when we do see the ghosts, it's unlike anything I've seen. No jump scares, no slow build-ups to their appearance. They're just there, and to say they're chilling is underselling it, because the movie focuses on them for an amount of time that feels uncomfortably elongated. This is only further elevated by how well the acting performances are executed in response. There is genuine fear and worry behind the eyes of these actors. And fun fact, Kurosawa makes a cameo as a man in one of the videos Ryosuke watches. And collaborator Koji Yakusho also cameos as a ship captain. The music by Takafumi Haketa also really adds to the lonely nature this film shrouds itself in, which results in a movie being all the more mysterious and dreamlike. But what makes Pulse such a timeless classic, look, it's over 20 years old, I can call it a classic, is how it's perhaps the quintessential J-horror film that not only takes full advantage of the Y2K trend, but does so in a way that scarily predicted how technology has consumed us, especially with the inception of the internet. Because of our attraction to such innovation, we've become more vulnerable and ultimately more isolated, as connections with one another and by extension the world at large are becoming scarce. The internet and social media now act as our primary vessels in how we perceive everything around us. We don't realize it, but we've all been taken by the computer, as it has shaped the world as we know it for better or for worse. Pulse is a warning about the loss in humanity that is to come as this technology grows. And in a post-2020 and post-AI environment, it starts to hit harder than it should. And I can't even begin to imagine how much it ended up resonating with audiences back in 2001. So much that, like its contemporaries, got an American remake. But thankfully, we do live in a world where we can use things like the internet to form connections. Like how this video is made as a means to reach people like you, just to tell you how great this movie is. It can also be a way to balance out the use of digital media and analog media in our lives, as we can still remain in touch with what's really tangible, like going outside or reading a book, like Titanious Book 1, Rise of the Titans, a story about using technology as a benefit, links in the description. Pulse is one of those movies that just gets better with age. I'll occasionally see it pop up in conversation once in a while, but over time, it's become more frequent. I do highly encourage anyone who hasn't seen it to go check it out. Who knows how relevant it's going to be in 5, 10, or even 15 years from now. But what do you guys think? Have you seen Pulse? Go comment your thoughts, and I would like to say thank you to my channel members and supporters on Patreon, where if you like what you see and want to get early access to videos and exclusive content, click the link below. Other than that, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see y'all next time. Take it easy, everyone.